Hi Stacy. This video today is coming to you in 3 parts, the first of which is an apology for the video being late. I know I said that I would do these every Saturday, but I had a yard sale to help organize before I had to be at work at 3 o'clock. So I had a very full day yesterday, and I tried to get it done on Friday, and it just wasn't working out. And then I had to work forever, and then I had to come home and watch the new episode of Doctor Who, which was corking good fun, and I enjoyed it immensely, and I'm going to find it very difficult to talk smack about Doctor Who, which I'm about to do in a second here. That will be the second part, Gender Studies with the Doctor, and then I'm going to have to squee about Flesh and Stone, which was yesterday's episode. I'm doing that last so that if you have not seen that episode yet, you may skip that part of the video. But that will be last. Here we go with the much anticipated, long-awaited Gender Studies with the Doctor, or how even an awesome show can fail the Bechdel test. Okay, now first off, let me define what I mean. In order to pass the Bechdel test, you must have 2 women alone on screen without a male there talking about anything other than males. Now this happens once or twice throughout the series. It's pretty inconsequential except for one. There is exactly one conversation that means anything between 2 females without a male there. And that happens in the second episode of End of the World. Rose talks to the adorable little blue plumber, whose name I don't remember, about, you know, being a plumber and Rose being far away from home and not really knowing what she thinks about that. And that's in the second episode. And then it never happens again. Rose almost never has another conversation that doesn't revolve around a male, whether it's the Doctor. She talks about the Doctor with her mom fairly often. Or her father. She talks about her father with her mom fairly often. The only other time that Rose really has consequential interactions with other females, Sarah Jane Smith in School Reunion. Their one moment of great connection is when they are alone and discussing the Doctor, first fighting and then laughing over him. And then Girl in the Fireplace with Renette, Madame de Pompadour, which almost passes. If it didn't degenerate into unrequited loves of the Doctor, then I think I would like that conversation better. But it does. I had originally sort of thought that this was Jane Austen syndrome in reverse. You know, where Jane Austen never wrote about 2 men talking without a woman present, because obviously she'd never seen 2 men talking without a woman present. I sort of thought that was what was going on because none of these episodes were written by females. And then Helen Trainor came along and wrote the Dalek 2-parter in series 3 with Martha Jones and Tallulah with 2 L's and an H, whom I absolutely adore. I think she's adorable. She's so cute. And their entire conversation, the only conversation they have alone with no other males present, revolves entirely around the Doctor and Tallulah's boyfriend who turns into a pig, whose name I can't remember. Martha never has a conversation with another female that's not about a male. In the very first moments that we meet her, she's talking to her mother or her sister about her father and her brother. And it seems that the Jones women's lives revolve entirely around Leo and Clyde. On to Donna. Donna Noble is a wonderful character with a great character arc. In fact, one that I am going to make my own video about, the rise and fall of Donna Noble. The only conversations that Donna ever has with another female about anything other than a male are in Turn Left, which takes place in an alternate universe. Most of her conversations with Rose revolve somewhat around the Doctor, sort of tangentially. But most of them are actually about herself, and why she's special and why she needs to do what she needs to do. She also has a few wonderful conversations with Sylvia that I like. It's an alternate universe. Never really happened. I don't count it. Furthermore, after Series 4, we lose female characters almost entirely. In the next Doctor, there's only Rosita. And the villain. In Planet of the Dead, there is only Angela, Carmen, and Lady Christina, who are never without the males around them. In End of Time, the daughter of that industrialist guy, Sylvia and Donna, who are never without the males around them. Ever. Look, it's later. The lighting is different and I changed clothes. Welcome to the magic of television, you guys. I realized that I completely and utterly forgot about Waters of Mars, which has some of my favorite female characters ever, in Adelaide Brooke and even the other staff members of Bowie Base 1. But once again, they're never alone. No female interactions whatsoever. Now, I cut Doctor Who a lot of slack because the development of Rose Tyler is a really great arc, and I enjoy it. Martha Jones is a wonderful character. Donna Noble's a wonderful character. Even Lady Christina. I love Lady Christina. These are great female characters. They just fall a little bit short in development, especially regarding their relationships with other people besides the Doctor. And I think that I can cut a little slack there because it is a show about the Doctor and the companion and how they change each other. Television, especially sci-fi television, needs more female relationships that don't revolve around guys. Because real-world women have friendships and relationships with their mothers or their sisters that don't revolve around males. It's just not real. And yes, it's the Doctor's show, but it's also about people. It's about human beings. And I would really like to see that explored. Maybe Amy Pond could have a female friend. I think that would be cool. It's later, Kate, again. It's like time travel, just like the Doctor. Anyway, I completely ran out of time talking about gender studies with the Doctor and did not have time to squee, so I will do that at a later date, probably in video form, but possibly on my live journal. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Stacy, get back to me with your next video as soon as you can, and everybody else, talk in the comments about gender in the media today. Thank you very much. Best wishes.